Tom, that is your way of viewing. You see, each culture has its own way. If the nation of USA did not stand in steadfastness, then at this time there would be a conflict that could not end. What is the greatest importance is the understanding that there are differences in all nations, and it is that mosaic that creates your earth, and in each nation there must be understanding without condemnation of others. That is the important achievement to make. When also there is unity and holdfastness among all that are what you call civilized, not permitting others to disrupt other nations, then those children learn by example and by understanding that they are not permitted to destroy themselves. When a child begins to understand that you care enough for it not to permit it to destroy itself, then it begins to feel safe with you. This next transmission was given to a group of meditators in March 1991. Tom, now we are moving into the period that begins the solidification and cleansing. In times past, souls upon your planet Earth refuse to leave it, and through your conflicts continue to recycle as you recycle your trees. Your recycled trees have usefulness, but the soul recycling of humankind does not create usefulness, but creates a bottlenecking of forwardness. You now have come to this time in which those who now make the transition, we speak of those who do not fulfill what they have come to fulfill, those who make transition die in accidents and in war, those that create their own transition either deliberately or accidentally, those life now in a different realm. Souls who have now transitionalized from the recent Gulf War and from accidents have now been taken into other, higher evolutionary states for releasing that anger and despair. Therefore there will not come a recycling of souls that have kept planet Earth in bondage. This has come about because of the awakening of humankind to the reality of where they have come to, and the beginning of finding their divinity within. Is that not joyful? Also, humankind is now moving forward in increased unification, and in bringing about the ending of conflict and aggression, the world conditions that create the situation of bondage. That does not mean that there is instant change, but change has begun its great movement forward. This is shown by the unification of nations, that now understand that the destruction of one nation is in reality the destruction of others, and the beginning of all destruction. Also that the destruction of vital elements upon your planet Earth affects all. It is a time to be in great joy. There are times when one would feel despair that there is not forwardness. What is necessary now upon your planet Earth is for each of you to understand that you contain within you that element, that cell, that atom, that molecule, that soul part of you that is a part of the creation and the whole, and that you in your evolutionary state of being at this time can create the energies necessary, by yourself and in conjunction with others, to stop further destructiveness. For as in times past it was religion which led planet Earth, and it served its purpose, now it is you, the peoples of planet Earth, that speak. You should be joyful for this and not feel burdened with it, as some of you seem to do. It is not a perfect time, we agree, but it is a time of greatness, and we are in gratefulness to you humans who are positive, for it is necessary for the completion and fulfillment of planet Earth, for us to be in partnership with you. We find great joy in this time, for the youth that are coming to planet Earth in this time, and who have come in the recent past, are coming with the full understanding that they serve a purpose. Those who came and did not understand their purpose, it is now being revealed to them. Most people have been upon planet Earth in times past, in times in which you came for your learning. In this time many people have come to benefit planet Earth in conjunction with us, in service. We bless you for that. Many of you also must understand that you come from higher evolutionist levels, that is not the correct term but we have no language to explain, of other civilizations that work in total peace and harmony with each other, and that have joined with all who are bringing planet Earth to its rightful direction. Know this also, each of you humans contain the essence of what you term a star, and we have not revealed that before. You have existed in all eternity and will continue to exist in all eternity. What is necessary now is to understand that, and the responsibility that goes with it, but it must be understood with joy, not with fear or despair. And it is now time to understand you must not flagellate yourself when you make an error, but move beyond it, and remove and peel off that shell and let another light of yourself come through. You must also understand that when you are in the presence of others, you emanate an energy of light that touches and begins their awakening also. And when you create jello happiness, laughter, after wobbling jelly in the universe, you create great energy and the release of what you term darkness, and the removal of that which sticks and holes in darkness. Each of you humans is like a jelly bean. Laughter. Is there a jelly bean? Lark, jelly bean. Tom, is it wobbleness? Lark, it's very sweet too. Tom, then people like you are sweet, are you not? Yes. It is important for humankind to understand that just because things are the way they are, that is not the only way they can be. It is time for humankind to understand it is the way it is, for perhaps humankind created errors. Yes. It is time for humankind to begin to understand who they are, and it is time for humankind to understand that they affect the universe, that the days of destruction, the days of saying that is their karma must end, for in both cases it is not a responsible way to think. You must also give time in your meditations to the beginning of elimination of human accidents that entrap the soul in a non-functional vehicle. Do you understand? John, well, could you elaborate on that, please? What is it that entraps human beings? Tom, if there be embattlement and one is entrapped in a body that is injured, then that spirit soul becomes very angry. Then it serves not the purpose it wishes. And if there be entrapment in the mind through ingestion, if it be deliberate or accidental, then that mind cannot fulfill its desired function. Do you understand? Then that energy of despair is likened to an out-of-beat note. Do you understand? It then needs special love and energy, so in your meditations also to begin the elimination of what causes that. We have confused you now. John, I think you're talking about those people who are damaged either at their own hand or for other reasons, sometimes described as karma. And that those problems must be eliminated so that the soul can live its purpose. Tom, yes. And they need help to remove anger, and it must be in your meditation that you wish for this. Yes. John, while we are all here together as a group, would you like to say what meditations you would like us to do together? Tom, we would wish each day, at your time of choosing, for you to be with us for 18 minutes of your time, to bring about the ending of conflict in the crescent, the elimination of the destruction of the environment, especially in the crescent, and the acceleration of the return to a state of well-being. Do you understand? And you will also include the intention of permitting each nation and each group of entity souls to be allowed to be who they are, without being enforced by a nation that would wish to control them. Then will peace begin to really come to your planet Earth, and it will begin to be the paradise for which it was created. Yes. While there are other meditations in this book for the ecology of the planet, at the time of the Gulf crisis, Lark had asked this next question. Lark, can you give us specifics about how to solve the environmental tragedy with our meditations? What do we visualize? Tom, you visualize all explosive smoke being eliminated quickly. For example, you will visualize a turn-off in suddenness. Also envision a suctioning off of that which pollutes land and water, for humankind in its higher aspect has an ability to create all that is necessary for its rapid elimination. As we have said in the past and will continue to say until humankind is brought to awakening, it is important for humankind to understand its responsibility. It is time for this information and knowledge to be released. For humankind, in all aspects of its religious life, which has not supplied the understanding, is searching for the elements of their beginning and purpose. So with that information being brought forth comes the unlocking of forwardness.